Hello and welcome back to Nasty Nate, and I'm down here at the bananas. This is the area that is right in front of the previous green beans, which are going to be green beans again. We're getting ready to do some more green beans on that. But I'm down here. I just wanted to come over, take a look at these banana. Unfortunately, because there are some big ones over here, which is good, and these were planted from suckers, so they did come up at various heights, and they'll come up a little differently. It's not going to be like the when you plant the tissue cultures and they all come up at once and they all heart at once. But it looks like that one right over there, straight ahead, was about to have a heart on it. Several of these look like they're just about to pop with a heart, but unfortunately, I didn't get one where I can definitively see the heart sticking out yet. So, but that's fine. Gives me something to look forward to. And again, I know I jumped with the early on with the lizard in a previous video, but again, another cobra. And then I just saw a cobra in the back. I don't know if it's, yeah, I'm guessing it's their mating season, but or maybe their mating season got extended because of this good wet season. It's been a lot of rain, but yeah, and each time it is fairly quick. I don't have time to get the camera out, and I'm going through some weeds too, so where I didn't want to necessarily be focused on that. But I would love to catch one of these cobras on camera. So this is actually down here too, with the guibanos, where I had seen those alien caterpillars here. Hadn't seen them again either. So the guibanos have done really well as far as what I planted. Those seem to be going pretty good. I know folks know them as soursop. And I don't know if I've shown this tree. This tree was a monster that had fallen over. I'm going to go over, because I'm going back here. I want to take a look at some other bananas and hopefully see some new hearts. Because once they start popping off over here, they need to just keep on coming. But you need to at least get started on it. And we took care of this tree a while back. And anytime a big tree like that comes down, it starts to. I came over and trimmed it up with another guy. And we got it. And it's funny too, because such a big tree, all it did was, we had to cut a couple of the bananas, because they had gotten smashed a little bit, but this was the only one that totally got wiped out. I mean, it was just crushed right on top, but two little suckers have already come out of it. And it split the upright on the guibano there. I'll try. It's pretty slick, and I don't want to bust my butt, but it is a huge tree. And they start to kind of sink in and the fact that we trimmed it makes it look smaller. But it fell back this way. I mean, it could have fallen over the fence into the creek. Maybe less damage. Oh, it did. It kind of uprooted that teak over there. But that teak seems to be hanging in, a little crooked, but it'll still be an effective border tree. And I'll just show this. These are this is a good way to see the teak. I'm standing up on the log over here. But you can see the border tree teak. Then there are a row of banana in between, but then there's the two rows of guibano. Let me see about getting down off of this real quick. I'll go see a couple of those teak a little closer up. Might be a little jittery until I get down. There we go. And apparently, even though with this camera, just the way this camera is, it's jittery regardless. Regardless of what kind of rock I am, solid rock, trembling, and yet it still manages to jiggle. But these are the teak, and I mean, I don't know, that's already way up over my head, so they grow fast. They already dwarf the mahoganies that I had planted. And I'm looking, there should be some hearts coming up back here because there are some big banana, and this is where we kind of started when we started. I did the creek bananas, and then I started on these back here coming out and going across the hill. And you can see there are some big ones here. And there is this one, I did notice it yesterday, but there is a big heart coming out of that one right there, which is a good sign. You can see, I can tell it's a big one. This is a big, healthy banana tree. So that'll be a good medium, large size. And there are a lot of large bananas over here that need to really spread. And this was an area I didn't mean to plant because we had the border trees here. The guys, we had started planting the banana, and I guess they misread where what I had sticked off. So it wasn't supposed to have bananas come down into this, but it did. So right now we're gonna leave them, but the teak are gonna get big, take them out, and I'll end up taking them out because I don't want them to have issues being too close to a tree. But for now, we'll get some bananas on them. And I thought they were going to provide shade for the teak a little bit longer, but apparently the teak will be well past that shortly. So another new heart. I'm happy to see it. They need to really start popping. It needs to be not like just as I'm going, just heart. Not like I really had to hunt one down. But I've looked over this whole area where they need to start popping up, and there aren't anymore. Just got a couple of those blue bags. We've actually already harvested a couple of those. That's good. Oh, I am going to pause it. We do have some in the back I want to show. And so I'm back here in the area where we had planted the corn before, and there were some bananas, but they were not taken care of. I didn't think they would do very well, and I had cut those down completely and planted corn, and they kept coming back. I kept coming back here, cutting them, and then they sprouted back. And that's what a lot of those blue bags over there are. And I just came from, from the side over there where the teak were coming out of the rubber falcata, going across that hill behind the trees. And that is where we had kind of started planting first, coming out of the rubber falcata. But when we were in here, I went ahead and took kind of the existing, tried to work with the existing spacing for what bananas were left, because they just kept coming back. And I'm like, well, I'm going to go ahead and plant this little area back here with bananas. So, but all of these those are kind of in the front, but at the back, you see the fence over there, and the fence kind of coming around over here. This is all new planting, and you can see, I'm happy to show it. This gives me a little hope. That's a big banana heart there that came out of that one. That's a nice big healthy banana. But even then, on that pruning, you can see where we had done some damage with the way we were pruning, because this is not healthy. But it's still, I mean, they have some resistance. They're not totally, bananas aren't totally weak, but you do have to take care of them. There's a certain way, and that's why we started the pruning, where we leave a little piece. But like this piece, I can see little sigatoka spots on the stem here, so that stem should have then been reduced on the last pruning here, because those are sigatoka spots. And it's a matter of the guys have just getting them trained up on that a little bit. This was that looks like a small bunch there that had come up, but just coming down this row, you can see some of these. I can tell some of these are, and they're all at various stages, but that was a big bunch that came out of that one right there. So I'm happy about that. And these are not, you can tell they're all different. A lot of these had to be replaced because we did these first. I think I even may have transplanted some bunchy top bananas, not knowing. I was like, oh, those dig up easy. Planted some of those, and then just basically had to get rid of them later on. Oh, this is the same. This is where we brought them back, had a training or retrain on this, but apparently we still missed some. This, we prune the leaves here, but when you leave this piece of leaf here with Sigatoka fungus on it, you're just allowing it to then transfer to another leaf. So we've got to do better with the pruning, and we're working on it. We're getting that fixed. But then not only that heart that had just popped up here, there are some that are, one over there, that was a new one, and some of these others are getting ready to pop off too. But this was a big one too. We actually have to take that heart, it's kind of hanging out to the side. We put the bag on first. It needs to, all those little flower tips need to come off of that. That's a big bunch too, but we need to take care of it. So yeah, I'm over here. I'm excited about seeing some, and seeing like that one will be fairly close. Seeing some more of these that are getting there is giving me some hope that this can't be done. So we'll see. But I'll go ahead and enter there. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.